Hey everybody, this is Grace. I am in one of those moods, let me tell you. And if you hear me laugh, you know I'm not really happy about any of this. But basically, I went to see that healthcare provider, and I figured out her game after she let it out. But I actually thought of this with her before she just flat out let it out. That she basically wants to use my, she's not saying these words, but she wants to use my insurance card to bill it once a month. She put it in, she wants to see me once a month, and I said no. So I have never had that. Every 3 months, yes, but once a month, no. And she, this. You know what I'm saying? And the next time, I had an appointment, and I started just canceling and making them further away than she wants them to be. And, but the short version, I really don't want to focus so much on this. It just trust me on it that she's trying to use my insurance card to make money, and she let it out. Just trust me. And I'm really pissed off. She's found her way to do it is by saying she has to have a follow-up next week. She's supposed to call me in 2 days, but what this is why I'm saying this now is because I'm going to the pharmacy. I'm not happy. I'm going to the pharmacy to see why she didn't renew the prescription for antibiotics she made for 5 days. Only 5 pills. When I had told her that I have taken these before, and they're at least 7 days, 2 pills a day. Oh, no. That way she wouldn't get another appointment out of my insurance card. You see, I'm disgusted with this kind of stuff. I am so disgusted with it. So I'm going to a pharmacy, a different pharmacy. And, because it's a story. But I'm going to go to one and find out that the medication that I had from a different person, it was from an ER, it says it was just filled back in April, and it's already have to discard it on the 31st days of 5th. Okay. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. And the reason I still had that is I don't know. I don't remember. I remember making a conscious decision of not taking it anymore. But I think the thing, and I know what they say, in any antibiotic, you gotta finish. But there was something different about this one. It's not the same that you'd think of. Or not the same kind or the norm. There was something. The guy was a DO, I think. The doctor, or whatever you call a DO. And there was just something different about it, and I went to a different provider or something and got on the regular ones. I don't know. But I want to find out why this is, why it goes so fast. Why you have to discard it so fast. I did not finish. I have like a whole bottle left. So I want to find out information about this. And I'm going to find out. Oh, I'm just ticked all around. Just trust me. What kind of quackery is this? Seriously. And that's what it is. She doesn't know. It's that, or she doesn't know how to. Or I'm just mad. But to renew prescriptions, or to give out prescriptions. Or like I say, she let it out. I've only seen you 2 or 3 times. And she needs to be seeing me once every month. And it was 6 months at that point. And she'd see me 3 or 4 times. So she's trying to make up for it and wants to see me. So far it's 3 times in a month time. Not a calendar month, but a month. And she wants another appointment. This one, I flat out told her, she said, I need to see you next week. I said, no. I was getting so ticked off at her. And she and her MA were having attitude problems from the moment they walked in the door. I'm not talking the door where I was. I'm talking the door to their building. Not the building, but the doctor's office. Because I was sitting out in the waiting room. I and the whole rest of the people in the waiting room saw it. And then she tried to take her excuse me, because these days, when I get angry these days, my language gets a little colorful. And which is funny, because Adam used to say when I would get angry, my what I would say would cause everybody to whip out a dictionary just to understand me, and it was true. Words I don't use anymore because I'm purposefully doing it this way to make it simplified so more people can understand it. Because I was a student at college university for 20 years, over 20 years. So you see what I'm saying? But man, when I get really angry and stuff, you'll still hear me. It's an angry laughter actually. Oh man, what neurve! Oh, what she purposefully wrote it so she would get yet another appointment. She actually somewhat kind of hinted that I can't go and cancel it again. And another, she said something, but she said it really low, like she was afraid of saying it, because yeah, it's obvious what she's doing. She wants to make money off of my card. Then she was saying, I'm just going to have to refer you. Well, duh, I asked you for a referral when I first came. But, well, okay, you know what? I have tried so many times. I use this for venting, doing these videos for venting, because my life is just so unbelievable. Sometimes how so many people just want to use a person. And I'm not wrong in it. I mentioned this about me having, literally am a genius. Okay, it doesn't take a genius to figure this stuff out, I would think. When a doctor wants, any healthcare provider wants you to keep coming back every week. Because I forgot to run this test. Oh, she's younger than I am. She's young enough to be my daughter. Okay. Or old enough, however you figure it. But she's always going to, I forgot something. So you'll need to come back next week. I'm not stupid. I don't think even a stupid person would believe that crap. Okay, you're going to come and sit next to me in all this area. Alrighty. Yep, as usual. It's one of those fleet people. They're back. Anyway, yeah, and see, believe me, I do know how it sounds when I say some of the things that I say, like I'm being paranoid or something. Yeah, that's why I also add, I don't have to say any of this, but that's why I also add, this whole thing about I'm not wrong. It will turn out each and every time to be true, whatever it is. That's why I've said this about, I cannot believe how my life turns out. I mean, things in it. Who would think? Maybe a lot of people would think. I mean, I should, after 25 years of this kind of crap, But I went into the pharmacy, and the woman, I know what she meant. She's a really nice pharmacist, and while I can't tell you as a pharmacist, I can't tell you that yeah, you can go ahead and continue taking that one. I didn't mention that one, or did I get to it? The one that I didn't finish the last time. Yeah, I did mention that, and that expired 5 days ago. She said, but me, I'd continue to take it. I mean, I knew what she was saying, but she repeated it because I was upset. I mean, I told her, I'm sorry, I'm upset, and I'm trying to calm down. I said, I'm not going to take it out on you. I don't take my problems out on somebody. So I'm just trying to calm down because this is what happened. I told her, I didn't tell her all of it, but I said, why would she prescribe it for 5 days? She goes, I can't tell you why. I said, but can it heal? Can what I need it to do, will it do it? And she was kind of like, she was trying to show me her skepticism, that basically no, nobody writes it like that. And I just told her, I said, she's done this kind of thing before, and she doesn't know how to, how to prescribe it, how much, how. And she said, and the pharmacist said, yeah, because most often they're 2 to 3 times, no, 2 times a day, I think she said, for 7 to 10 days, and she gave you she gave you 1 pill a day for 5 days. And she said the one they gave you is actually preventative for the cause of the purpose, not as the, I don't remember the terminology she used, it's not my field, but it was not for the purpose. What she should have written it for was for not to prevent it, but to heal it. Basically, that's the short version. And she didn't. She wrote it for preventative. I tell you, she doesn't know how to. Seriously, I picked up on that. She has issues like. Also, one of them was that I have to get off of one of these medications, and she had already told me the time before that she doesn't usually prescribe this medication, but the one that I need to get off of is one that was prescribed by somebody else, and I have to taper off, wean off, taper off, whatever terminology the person wants to use at that time. That doctor, that healthcare provider, whatever, or pharmacist. This is basically okay. Yeah, I'd like to know why you sat so close beside me. I'm distracted. But anyway, she didn't know how to do it. And I said, I just can't. She just said, just stop taking it. I said, no, I can't just stop taking it. I said, everything I've read on it, like the thing that they put, the little warnings they put on it, the medication, when you get it. Seriously. I mean, it says it's on the bottle. Okay. She said she didn't do it, but when you listen to the patient who reads, who has actually looked at the bottle, why can't you look it up online and find out how do they get off this medication when the patient is telling you? It says, no. I've dealt with too many people who think that they know better than everybody. I don't want to deal with this crap anymore. Seriously, I'm sick of it. She doesn't know. She did not know. She had to go and ask somebody else, a doctor that worked there, a doctor, a different provider, in their whatever it is. I don't even know how they do it. Is it their practice or their whole group? I don't know. She had to go. It's not my field. She had to go ask, the doctor, and the doctor said no. She has to, slowly get off of it. So she come back in and she said that. And he said that, you have to slowly get off of it. Just what I had told her. And that I had read. And that it says to ask your provider before you start doing that. And she just told me to stop taking it. What if she hadn't done that? Because she was having such a bad attitude about it. And her MA knew over the phone the day before, what I already knew too, is that you have to slowly get off of it or it can cause withdrawal. I don't feel like going through withdrawal. I mean, I'm not withdrawing from any kind of, it's a blood pressure medication, okay? Plain and simple. It's a blood pressure medication. I don't take any kind of drugs, that are drugs. The other meaning. Yeah, I take medications. I really am tired of trying to find good healthcare providers here. I am serious. I am tired of trying to find good ones. Ones who actually know what they're doing. Ones who don't see me just as an object standing there holding, and as I've said before, holding an insurance card with dangling dollar signs off of it. The dollars, like dollar signs dangling off of it. I say that backwards. Because I'm upset, man. I am upset. I can't believe that this has been how many years now? Well, in 2020, the doctor I had been seeing for I don't know how many years, he and his nurse practitioner both quit in 2020. I'm not surprised. And he was not good. By the time it was like, that was the only one. I tried another one, but that was the, was that the time? Yeah, the PA there, they had problems. They kept moving their office every time I turned around. There was supposed to be a doctor. Anytime I said, I want to see the doctor, oh, they'd give me a nurse practitioner or the PA, and these are ones I think just got out of school. Maybe they were doing some kind of internship. Where was the doctor? Who knows? They said, This time you go across the street, you'll see the doctor. Across the street, the doctor's office is across the street from there. You see, I'm so tired of all this. There were so many other ones I've mentioned about the one who told me I could only answer in one-word sentences. He asked open-ended questions. Don't you dare tell me I can only answer in one-word sentences. Don't dare tell me that I need to forget everything any doctor or anybody has ever told me about medicine. Don't tell me you can't listen to a pharmacist. You can't ask a pharmacist for any information. Don't tell me that. I went off on him. I'm not kidding. I went off. You know, very polite when I go off on somebody. I am very polite, and I'm not faking it. This is who I am. But I'm going to tell you off, especially if you invite people into the room, some trainees or something. I'm not there for somebody to train off of me. And you're going to tell me I can answer in only one-word sentences? Oh boy, yeah, dream on, mister. I'm not kidding. No sexism allowed. Period. And then after that one, I fired him. After that, I saw another one just like him. Just this one though, he would cut me off. I mean, he walked into the room and said, "I'm this, this, this." You know, his name and what am I there for? So something like that. Well, and he cut me off. He didn't know me. He'd never heard me, and I don't speak to anybody in this world, anybody like I do on video. This is the only opportunity, only place I have to be able to speak. Why do you think it's all chopped up and weird? Really. I don't, I live in the craziest world where people think their lives are so interesting that they don't need to listen to me. It's all about them. So I just need to learn that it's all about them. No, bye-bye, out of my life. I eventually started going no contact with people. Eventually got the picture. I don't need you in my life to hear all about your life like your life is so special. When you're not going to even listen to one word of my life, you know. And I still have some that one out of my life, go, leave, shoe fly. Really, oh my God. Like I said, I just cannot believe my life. This pharmacist, she let me speak. But I got what she meant. I'm going to take these medications. I asked her, why do they expire so soon? You know, they expire. And she says, well, we actually have a month. They need to be, finished that month, and we can still, what is it? They can still fill them, up to a month before the bottle expires, because like I said, I cannot remember why I stopped taking it, and but whatever, anyway, the whole thing was they had a lot of people working there, which is good. I think I need to transfer, seriously, and because the one I go to, the pharmacy I go to, it's too far. I'm so tired of all this. And there's a whole story about why I'd go to that pharmacy. But it's just ridiculous. I mean, this pharmacist, she's not my pharmacist. They're not not mine. But she understood what I was trying to say. And I have gotten a prescription there before from I had filled the prescription there. That's not my pharmacy, like I said. And a year ago, when was that? Last year? A year and a half ago? I don't know. And got the, you know how they attach some of these places? They, okay, my pharmacist called because I had left him a message. Did I mention that, that's why I clipped it off right then. But, I had called my doctor's office. The doctor's office is what I'm going to call it. I always call them, even though she's not a doctor. But there are doctors there. Anyway, calling the healthcare office just doesn't roll off my tongue at all. I don't even know if that's what you call it. But anyway, I had called it before I called my pharmacist. Then you have to leave a message and wait and all this stuff. And basically she said, no, I can't continue to take that because, but she didn't really. She sort of said the same thing, and then she says, no, you have to, you're supposed to, and I know that, you're supposed to finish. She said, and if they had told you to stop taking that and start taking something else, which no, I'm remembering, I just didn't finish it. Yeah, it was so many, and I think what they said was to take it and then, I don't know, I don't remember, oh my goodness. I think I just said, okay, I've had enough of this, and just made up my mind, something I don't do. With these, I always finish them, and for some reason I didn't. I have a whole bunch of these. Let me see what the prescription was for. It was 2 tablets, 2 capsules. This one's capsules. Every 6 hours. Yeah, that's what it was. It was, and they had told me that it was really strong strength. It was a really high strength. Well, that is because, yeah, and yeah, for 10 days, and that's why I had quit, because they had said something about it's really strong. I think I could be lying this whole thing, but I really don't remember. Anyway, I have a whole bunch left. I think a whole bottle. And it has to be 40 pills or so in there. Anyway, what I was getting to was, did I mention this? Oh my gosh, my head is hurting. And it's not good that I'm on a medication that makes me sleepy or tired. Not really sleepy, but tired. Tired feeling. And I've noticed that it's making me a little forgetful. Maybe the stress. Been under an unbelievable amount of stress lately. Even more than the past couple of years. No, not more, about the same. But just different stuff. Always something. Always something. But anyway, now I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so... Well, my tiredness right now is because I think I didn't get enough sleep last night. Not think, I know I didn't get enough sleep. And then having to deal with this crap. This crap, I am serious, takes so much time of my time a week, every day, every week. Every day is at least 2 hours to deal with medication itself. Okay, I'm talking medication, not with any problems. I have the medications in my desk. All I gotta do is take them. Okay, but that still takes 2 hours because they want you to write them down. Keep a diary, keep a journal. Test yourself, test this time, test this time, test this time. I did not have to do this with anybody else until this one. And that's started, well, that doctor, the one I fired, he had said, I think he was the one that said just keep it written down or something. Never had before. This one wants, not only that, but she wants me to take a log. And then she made a snide comment about other ones. They didn't do it right. And then she's just so sarcastic. Mean girl crap. I see it every time I turn around. But what it was I'm going to say, oh my gosh, it's so much. There's just so much hitting me at all times. Just over 2 hours a day. Just to do the medications and write it down and then test it. The blood pressure medication, test it an hour after I take it. I take, more than once a day. How many times a day? 6. And say I'm out here, I'm working, I'm doing something. I have to stop, write it down. And it takes all the things I have to do for it. It takes about 10 minutes. You add up 10 minutes, and it's just not 6 times a day. Because remember, I'm writing them I'm taking them 6 hours, 6 times a day. I have to write it down. A journal kind of thing. Then an hour later, I have to stop and test them. I'm not kidding. I'm also diabetic. I have to do insulin. I have to do medications for that. I have to take supplements all together several times a day. Like I said, over 2 hours a day combined. Then anytime I have to try to call the doctor's office, like 2 hours. We only have 2 people answering the phones. Well, hire new people. We've asked, I didn't say it like that. They really need to hire somebody. Well, we've asked them several times, and they won't do it. Yeah, so it takes all the time away from they want to save money. They can use the patient's time. the customer, basic patients or customers, and waste their time. Not the office. We don't want to have to pay for a third person. You see? It's so pathetic, my friend, so pathetic. It really is. Just this alone is what takes so much time out of my life. You know, just this with these doctors, and then I have to vent. I am serious. I have to make a video and vent about it because I gotta get even just that stuff is so time consuming and so frustrating, stressing me out, which only exacerbates the whole problem. You know, I have to. This is why I have more than one channel. I'm going back to try to go back to what I was doing those other channels for. Had nothing to do with venting, and but it's not helpful when I have to deal with these money grubbers. Oh, here's a cash cow. Yeah, well, she's got an interest. The doctor that looked at me one time, and I was talking to him, and he said, "What? Wait!" And he actually put his hand out and waved it like he was pushing away and he said, "No, let's forget about what you just said." Like he's pushing away what I just had said. He said, "Let's talk. Did you mention you have health insurance?" I'm not kidding. He said, "So what we're going to do? We will wait till the new year comes around, and then we'll run a bunch of tests." I just had a bunch of tests, and the time before a bunch of tests. You see, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of them. I'm totally just, you know, I mean, I have to see somebody. I wish the woman that she was really nice, but I think she had to retire because she was developing dementia. I really do. Then again, she could be on the medication I'm on. She was the one that put me on it. Like, how long ago was that? 2 years? Not even 2 years. I don't know. But she was nice, and she wasn't about money. You know, how you have one out of a million. No, that's just me. I'm not saying anybody else would go through this unbelievable time trying to find a doctor or a nurse or somebody decent that wasn't all about the money in the healthcare. I just have not had that luck. She was the only one that was nice on top of it. Nice. And knew what she was doing too. She knew what she was doing. What the problem was, she was not adding right. At the end of it, she's my age, and she wasn't adding things right, like how many pills and such. And the other nurse had to. The other nurse was nice also, but not always. She was quite mean girl, and she was around my age too. But then they got this woman that worked there. Young woman, and the one that did this thing to me, that I left a note for the nice nurse and left a message. Called back the next time. I said I haven't heard from her, and I said, "Can you read me the message you gave her?" She couldn't. She just, like as if she just opened a few books and read the first line out of each book. Seriously, I wonder what drug she was on. I did the question, unless she just did that because. And anyway. I wound up speaking to their, she's not supposed to speak to me because I talked to her office manager, said, "Look, I don't know what to do here." And she said, "No, she shouldn't be acting that way toward you." And she said she will never speak to you again. You know, when you call back, ask for this woman, and she is the only one I won't speaking to you because of how bad that other one was. Fire her. Okay. Why can't they fire her? She was bad, man. She was really bad. Anyway, I called back there to make an appointment one day, and she answered the phone. I said I'm supposed to speak to, and I said her name, and then not her name, but the one I was supposed to speak to, was the only one that's supposed to speak to me. And trust me, it was not my fault. No, it was just so unbelievable. And she said, "Well, you see here, this is the problem with that. She's busy. And so she probably will be busy." Or I don't know if she said that, or she made it clear that I was never going to be able to speak to anybody there. And she was going to make sure of that. She made it very clear. She remembered my voice. She remembered my name, something. You know, I'm like, that is so pathetic. And you know, this has been the story of my life. I've always noticed adult mean girls, adult mean boys, you know, working at these places. Not all of them. Like I said, the one nurse practitioner, she was nice. That's the only one I've known in probably about 25 years. If that's as far back as I can remember. Oh my goodness. But really, okay? Okay, but seriously, after all, I am 61 years old. I remember the doctor that I had about 25 years ago. I remember the one I had as a child, but in between then, well, I remember one here and there, you know, when I moved around. Like the one that told me cleaning the house is not exercise if you clean your own house. You know, I read recently, went and read what the NIH had to say about that. You know, the ones that give out something close to, I can't say that, I can't say that it's close to that, but they had sent I don't know, but close to, they actually said it, this one place sent out emails, I guess you call them, and it says that our service doesn't do old wives' tales kind of doctoring or whatever term they use. We don't believe in that, and that's exactly where I've heard the most of them. It's kind of like the stores that advertise that they're the best at. I just had that happen today. A situation that they have the best like they have the best meat, or they have the best produce, or they have the best whatever, and they do their commercials on that kind of thing, that they're the best with this or that, and they're the worst. You know, like I say, if it's produce, you go into the store and you see fruit flies, and you see just regular flies, and you see mold or whatever that fuzzy growing stuff is on that. You know, like lemons that have that white stuff on them. Or they do a place that prides themselves on their breads, different types of breads and for different types of people, more, you know, international. And you start seeing, I guess, I don't know, yeast or something growing on it when, like, at the next day after you get it home, and it was not expired. It was not this kind of thing. It was made the day before. You know, places like that. Anyway, you know what? I think I've said enough. I don't know what to do. I still don't know what to do, because one of these said don't take it. One said, I can't tell you not to, but I would still do it. I appreciate that, but yeah, I just wanted to know why they did it so fast. What happens after a medication, an antibiotic expires? How long do you have? You know, like the old-fashioned, not the old-fashioned, you know, old thing people said, once something was expired, you can't eat it or whatever, and then come up these people saying, well, that's not true, this, that, and the other. But then you hear another research that says, yes, it is. It's very true. You can't eat past the expiration date, or you can have this, that, the other. But this product, maybe not, but no, you know, see what I'm saying? And it goes on and on forever. It was something we had happen again just yesterday. Man, I don't know, I'm telling you this stuff. Okay, let me just give another little thing I just did that shows that, yes, my life, I cannot believe some of the stuff that happens. When I spoke to that pharmacist, my pharmacist, not one that's not my pharmacist. Adam goes there. Actually, not that one. Anyway, she said, my pharmacist said that I should try urgent care, or this place, but urgent care, if I don't get a response. And, you know, have the urgent care person write me a prescription. They're all stuck in what they can and cannot say, you know. And so I called the urgent care. Now, I went to a really good, urgent care that takes my, my insurance last year. Really great woman that, seriously, she's my age. Really personable, really just wonderful person. Like I said, they're not all bad. And she and I actually, she actually took her time. That should be enough right there. It's so unusual. and built a rapport with me. Seriously, I was a 20-year student studying to become a counselor and all that. And she it was really nice. So the next time I wanted to go back, I needed to go to someone. Okay, that was a young adult, I guess. But I'm going to turn it this way just in case. But anyway, I called that place, and oh my gosh, the drama that came about because of that. I called that place to schedule, to see, to get the address. I don't remember. I know the address was online, but and that's where I got the thing. But I called back to ask something, and I think anyway, I don't know. And the woman, she was so rude. She was a young woman. She basically, the very, very short version was to say, asked me what my insurance was, and I told her, and she said, "Are you sure it's not Medicare?" I'm going to leave off what I said after that. It was nice. It was direct. It was very appropriate. Very appropriate. And her attitude was so unbelievably bad. Something, she didn't say this word, but it was one of those, "I'll take that under advisement and consider your view," or whatever. She used weird, not the normal expression of that. And I should have said right then and there, "I want to speak to your manager now," because that was very inappropriate. And no, I'm not a Medicare patient, or I wouldn't be doing all this stuff. I'm 61. I'm not 65 or whatever it is. Anyway. So I had to go do another one, and I found another one. It was like a little hole in the wall, but it took my insurance. And little bitty. I went there twice, 2 different times. 2 different. I think one last year, one this year. They were all nice. I don't remember. I go so many places, I go so many places. Not just about medical. I deliver food. And yeah, I don't remember where. I mean, come on. I'm not going to remember where everything is, because this is across over 10 or more, give or take, towns. Well, they're not all cities, but some of them are cities and some of them are towns. But this is what I do. I drive around through all of those and everything. I'm not going to remember. I am just not going to, because it's been over 500 places just to do the deliveries. That's 500 deliveries, which also means 500 restaurants, or times I've been to restaurants. Sometimes I've been there more than once. But so it's 1,000 different places I've been in a year. This last month, just a week or so ago, was a year. Plus all the places I go to. I'm not going to remember all those. Sorry, not happening. But anyway, I have a pretty good idea of where. I know where the one that was with a prissy, smart mouth woman, young woman who deserves to lose her job, because she was very smart aleck with me. Unbelievable. And I think she should lose her job. Nobody should have to be insulted when they call someplace. I don't care, if you're on Medicare or not. I'm not judgmental about that. I'm judgmental about her attitude all around. She just thinks she can speak to anybody whatever way she wants to. Kick her out. Fire her. She does not deserve that job. And these days, people who deserve the job should get the job, not some POS like that. Oh, there I am again, POS. Tell you, I might have to divide this into 2 videos. I'm really having to vent. This is so unbelievable. But anyway, I called, try to call to get urgent care, see what time some of them will stay open until 8. And I called all different ones. One of them said, I'm the one who's over all of these. I answered the phone for all of these, and she said, but they only have one. I said, that's not true. And it's not true. And she oh, did you see that little Squirrel was sitting right there. It's just still sitting right there. Did not budge. I've been watching out for squirrels today because one ran out in front of me, remember? I think that was at the beginning of the video. Anyway, and I called another one. The woman said, I would have to Google it myself too. I don't know. Because my boss is telling me we're going to close early. Really? So, she couldn't tell me anything about them. Okay. But then she turned around and said, and we're not associated with them anyway. I said, well, it says right on there, and what I called, and it did, what they were, and they were exactly what I was looking for. And she said, well, we're not associated with them. And I remember that from before I called. And they're not associated with them, but they have the same name. And it says urgent care. And it has the city. And the name of it, like I said, the same name, exact. This is unbelievable in my life that things were like this. I'm serious. It's not just my life. I know other people have to deal with, this kind of stuff that makes absolutely no sense. How are we supposed to know that somehow you have the same name and you're in urgent care and you're in the same city, but you're not associated with the people I'm asking for with the same name, the same city? Urgent care. That never makes sense. Really. What was that noise? It sounded like somebody drumming. Maybe my brakes. Anyway. Oh my goodness. I guess, anyway, I'm probably going to go to the urgent care tomorrow. I'm going to look and see if I have, they print stuff out, I think. I put everything in a box, and actually it's probably 2 boxes by now, from just last year. From these, they give you something when you, like a printout. I don't know if they do or not. The hospitals do. They give you that, whatever they call it. Different names for different hospitals. Seriously. I'm horrible with names. Anyway, wrap it up. Talk to you in another video. Bye.